Hello everyone, and welcome to my young and restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nick informs Nikki and Victor at the ranch that Sharon has gone AWOL once more. What? Gasps Nikki. This time, Nick adds, it's not just Sharon. Phyllis is also absent. Nikki thinks whether Sharon did something to the redhead after getting triggered and wonders what Phyllis has done since. She's back on track, Nick says, shaking his head. Victor inquires as to how much time has passed. Nick claims that both parties have missed scheduled meetings for more than 24 hours. Nikki hopes it's a coincidence or an odd misunderstanding because anything else would be too scary. Nick needs the ranch security team's extra assistance. Victor complies with his request. Nick wants to locate them so that everyone can move past their anxiety and fear. Phyllis and Sharon decipher the code. Phyllis yells at the speaker mounted on the wall at the deserted mental institution for becoming quiet. How do we prevail? Freak, how do we leave here? Phyllis isn't interested in being friends, despite Sharon's warnings to tone down the insults. Sharon says that in order for them to win the game, they must work together to figure out how to leave. Sharon is certain that the song holds significance for both of them as the speaker begins to play it again. But what? Sharon refuses to allow it to happen again because she is tired of being played with. She's out of whatever game this jerk believes he can make them play. They can see and hear them, Phyllis reminds her. They must comply. There is no other way out of there. The song ends suddenly. Makes sense, replies Sharon. All right, we're in, she says to the speaker. Great choice, the voice says. Phyllis Sharon YNR. Phyllis is curious about the identity of the voice, but he maintains that it is unrelated to the game. How do they win, wonders Sharon. He points out the safe to them. When Phyllis approaches it, she discovers a birthday card. They question whether it's the birthday of their kidnapper. Does he think this is a party? They shield their ears as the buzzer blares loudly. He turned off the microphone after Phyllis told Sharon that she had insulted him. They try to figure out the card's puzzle in the hopes of finding the safe's code. What is the riddle? Asks Sharon. I'm 18 days away from Independence Day, Phyllis writes. What the hell? Frowns Sharon. Phyllis Sharon YNR. Phyllis and Sharon study a calendar and try to figure things out. July 22nd, Sharon adds, and the music resumes. Sharon questions whether the music has anything to do with the occasion. After approaching the safe, Phyllis enters a code. It opens. There are cell phones inside. Sharon cautions that it might be booby-trapped as Phyllis grabs for it. Phyllis, you're all I have, she observes wryly. One of the phones has a S, and the other has a P. Phyllis takes them out. How did you figure out the code? Asks Sharon. According to Phyllis, she shoved her down the stairs and left her to perish on the night of the charity event. According to Sharon, she stumbled. It doesn't matter, according to Phyllis. For some reason, their gatekeeper wants them to remember that night. That night, that song was playing. Whatever this is, it's about us, Sharon murmurs. Our history. Our past. Good God, the game is about us, Phyllis exclaims. Phyllis YNR. Phyllis claims that the person responsible is aware of them and their relationship. The game is them. We are the focus of the game. What's the end game, though? Perhaps this is it, Sharon thinks. They are now able to contact for assistance after they deciphered the safe's code. Phyllis doesn't believe it. It looks too simple. When they answer the phones, they discover they are blocked. Sharon yells. Hey! How are we going to handle these? The voice informs them that they will each be permitted to call one loved one and congratulates them on their accomplishments to date. Make an informed choice. They must inform them that they will be out of town for some time. Whatever you believe will make them believe you're all right. Will they be returning home soon? asks Sharon. No response is received. The phones are unopened, according to Phyllis. He assures them that the phones will function after they accept the guidelines. There will be a cost if they attempt to inform the people they call of the truth because the phone signal will immediately become erratic. They will advance if they behave and follow the rules, just like in all the best games. They will be punished if they don't. Sharon wants to know how they will be punished. He is unable to harm them. Can't I? Says the voice. Phyllis murmurs that she's sick of this strange act that goes on behind the curtains. Sharon tells her to stop talking. He repeatedly asks if they agree to the regulations after they argue. We're in, says Sharon. He instructs them to enter the safe's code into their phones, but in reverse this time. The phones open when they do. Phyllis chooses to give Summer a call. Since her children will be too terrified, Sharon does not want to call them. She is instructed by Phyllis to do whatever it takes to finish the task. Nick will get a call from Sharon. Adam and Chelsea talk about Sally. While Adam isn't complaining, Chelsea freaks out over kissing him at the old ranch. She apologizes because she dislikes confusing messages. Adam proposes that they both agree that the evening was beautiful. They're handling the evening flawlessly, even the kiss. Chelsea simply does not want to mislead him. She is not prepared to act hastily. Adam promises that they will go at her own speed. Chelsea informs him that his thoughtfulness tonight made her feel very special. She is enthusiastic about the future and full of hope. Adam promises to respect the entire going slow thing. They raise a toast. To us. To living through our darkest moments. To discovering our greatest selves, perhaps in tandem. Adam is amazed that she accepted his invitation, risking everything. They make fun of being like adults. Chelsea is eager to give it a shot. Adam gives Chelsea a glass of scotch after she has cleaned up. After toasting and sipping their drinks, they discuss her wing of the house while seated on the sofa. He is unexpectedly informed by Chelsea that she wants to know if he is really over Sally. If there's a flicker at all. Adam informs her that there isn't even a slight flicker. Chelsea doesn't believe that she and Billy have reached the same tranquility as he and Sally. Since he hasn't moved on from his ex, she can't allow her heart to be broken. Adam maintains that there is absolutely no possibility of her being harmed. For him, nothing is more important than the prospect of their reunion. We have no future together, Sally and I, too much has occurred. He sounds wistful to Chelsea. Adam acknowledges his remorse. She feels the same way for Billy, so she knows. Chelsea wants to discuss their hookup night. Perhaps it wasn't as random and harmless as they allowed themselves to think. Adam Chelsea YNR. Adam has had a lot of questions regarding that evening. He believes that Sally was the first to see the truth. She persuaded him to tell Chelsea the truth since she believed he still harbored affections for her. He denied it until he was unable to do so any longer. That night, he thinks, their past was with them. He regrets that Sally was hurt more than Billy. Adam doesn't regret what transpired that led them to this point, but he wishes he had handled it better. He will need to continue trying to win her over, Chelsea teases. Now that they've reconnected, Adam is happy to see her smile and unwind. Tonight, he wanted to make another joyful memory, hopefully, the first one. He reminds Chelsea of Adam, with whom she fell in love years ago. They share a kiss. Chelsea tells Adam that the night was ideal while applying the brakes. He replies it was great for him as well, and she thanks him once again. He will prepare her dinner once more. He offers to escort her to her door while they joke about eating. Certainly not, she responds. In the morning, I'll see you. Adam gives her a rose that he had picked up. Grinning, she leaves the room. Adam smiles. As Chelsea removes her earrings in her bedroom, he sits and reflects on her. She smiles as she smells the rose. Nick receives a call. Nick is reassured by Nikki that Sharon and Phyllis will arrive to the property. Nick is relying on this. His phone rings all of a sudden. He answers even though he claims it's a blocked number. "Greetings from Sedona," Sharon says to him on the other end. She claims that she informed the females by SMS. They didn't receive any texts, he claims. Why doesn't she use her own phone to make the call?